Welcome to Skeptic's Corner.
Hey, Kendall.
Hey, Max.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty well, man.
Wait, what's that on the camera?
Uh-oh, we got a motion detector going off. Let's have a look-see. What in God's name is that? It's doing the chicken dance. It's flopping around. What is it, Max?
Rubber Band Man.
This is the infamous, bizarre, Dobby-like creature video thing in the woman's driveway in Colorado. It's been circulating for a couple weeks now, and we finally got around to doing our own take on it. So, Max, what do you think?
Well,
Yeah?
Aunt B.
Aunt B.
Oh, Aunt B, good. When I first seen it,
You sont it.
I thought, wow, weird, which is why it's popular.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And, but, you know, I still think it's weird, by the way. I'm just going to say that. Kendall
I didn't say it was never not weird. Yeah,
Kendall and I looked way into this.
yeah more than we probably should have, but whatever.
Yeah, so there's a few things here. It looks like this happened on June 2nd, Sunday, or actually a Saturday night, which would have been June 1st. And then she woke up on a Sunday and saw it. And then got around to posting it on Thursday the 6th of this month, June 2019.
Year of our Lord, 2019.
So she saw this at 8:59 p.m. And what you see is what you get. You got a little strange rubber thing, little rubber human walking around the driveway.
Yep.
And it's moving awful strange, Barn.
Well, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we found the Insider edition, whatever the hell that was, of them interviewing this woman. And, you know, they give her name, so I'm going to give her name. It was Vivian Gomez is the woman that has this. And Inside edition. There we go. Vivian Gomez. So they interview her, and she does have a son. She has what she says is a 9-year-old son, and that sort of okay. Well, maybe it's the kid. Well, Kendall and I got to looking, and we found it doesn't look like the kid. Like, this does not look like her son. Her son's bigger than this. So that kind of rules that out. It doesn't rule a kid out, though.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I went to was like, well, it could have been one of the kid's friends either doing a prank, doing something that was planned, or doing a dare, or just bored on a weekend because, you know, whatever. So I started to dig into this and like, okay, what's popular with the kids right now? Oh, that Fortnite game. Let's look at some of the dances. And some of the dances kind of look like an amalgamation of what's going on here. You know, you see the legs out, you see kind of the funny walking, and then, you know, it doesn't take a lot to put two and two together, like, oh, you know, maybe the kids, the adrenaline's flowing, the kids, you know, this is the first time they've done a prank like this, or, you know, some sort of dare, and they're like, oh, do my friends know I'm doing the dance? Better do the chicken dance too. Because remember, the camera has an illumination on it, because it's like a night cam, I guess. Yeah. But the kid's basically in the pitch, you know, black there. It's dark. Like,
that's weird.
I don't think the kid can really see. Well, it's weird the kid keeps looking off to, I think, the where the fence is towards the right. I feel like there's somebody there that they're trying to get acknowledgement from. That's the vibe I was getting, the way they keep checking over there. I feel like it's some kid with like a makeshift turban on their head, maybe it's a t-shirt wrapped up or something, doing these weird dances, trying to like be like, okay guys, I did it, haha, you know. That's what I'm seeing here. Definitely it's strange, it's really spooky, but I don't see anything that's, you know, paranormal or something I couldn't do in my own, you know, driveway if I really wanted to. But that brings me to my main thing, though. Sorry, Max. I'm almost done.
Fine.
Is why would they want to, and why this person's house? Like, I don't know. I feel like they did a really crappy job with their insider info. They didn't ask the mom, like, okay, well, does he have any friends that like to do pranks? Like, you know, what about...
Was there anything approaching, you know?
Yeah, well, what exactly, that's what I was about to say, is like, what about the footage of something walking up? Because if there's no footage of that, then clearly it came from inside the house, which would mean...
Or around the back of the house.
Around the back of the house. Which, if she's got one camera, chances are she may have another one around the back anyway. But like,
so I looked these up, and it looks like the camera that she has is called an Arlo Pro 2. Which,
shout out to anyone who has one.
Yeah, and it looks like that very well could be what she has based on how this looks, what the resolution is, and the nature in which it records, which is 10-second intervals.
Right,
sent to a phone.
It'll stream it to the phone afterwards, yeah.
Now they sell them, it looks like, I'm looking at it now, and it looks like they sell them base with a 2-camera system, although you can get a 1-camera kit. So she might just have the single camera. So...
Or, you know, she may have 2 cameras and the rear camera didn't capture anything.
Yeah, because it is, in fact, Bigfoot.
Clearly. Clearly he's a Sasquatch youngling.
That leads me onto this.
Yeah,
so I started thinking outside the box, right?
Yeah, okay. A little... I'll just let you go. You go, man.
So I ultimately came to the same conclusion Kendall did. I don't know that it's a prank. I do think it's a child. But I started thinking, is this a monkey? Like, is this like a young gibbon or a young, like, spider monkey that had his tail whacked off or something?
Just wandering the burbs of Colorado.
Hey, man, the lady that lived behind you had a monkey.
That's true. She did have, oh gosh, what are those little monkeys called?
I think it's a marmoset.
It might have been a marmoset. For reference for people who don't know what I'm trying to visualize here, the little monkey from, like, Pirates of the Caribbean, the one they named Jack, it was like a monkey like that.
Yep.
And she kept him in a cage in her backyard, so I could go to my backyard and I could see him. It was pretty neato. Max and I spent a good couple afternoons just staring at that damn monkey, trying to get it to do things.
Do monkey stuff, monkey.
Come on, monkey. Dance for your peanuts, monkey. Dance.
So anyway, I started thinking of that, and it seems crazy, but hey, man, people own weird animals, you know? We've heard of stranger things doing this. So I found a bunch of videos of monkeys doing that, and parts of it looks like it could be, parts of it didn't. Ultimately, what sold me on this not being a monkey is the way it walks up for the first 7 or so seconds. Just looks like a human.
Mm-hmm. Just
looks like a little kid. But what freaks me out about this video is after it gets in front of the car, it just turns into like rubber. It's like I don't know, it just like deflates or something, and the hand and the wrists and shit go all jacked in, and the legs go ultra bow-legged. It's almost like, Jesus, how is it even waddling still? It's just so weird to me, and I know you're not as taken by that as I am, but man, it sure looks weird. So I don't know, man. I do think it's a little kid. I'm not terribly sold on the idea that it's a prank. The second thought I had was, if this is a kid, should I look up like missing children in the Colorado Springs area, because was this one of them?
Well, if it's a missing child, wouldn't they want to be found? I don't think they'd be out here acting, you know,
I don't know,
all weird, dancing in front of people's houses.
I have no idea, dude, because I look at this thing and it seems awfully skinny.
Do you think it's a feral child?
And it's I'm not going to say feral, but it looks awfully skinny, and it's moving awfully weird, almost like it's having trouble moving.
I don't know.
Is this like I don't know, dude. The chicken dance, like, that's what makes me think everything's all right. But like, otherwise, it looks like it's sick. It looks like it's struggling to keep a walk, you know?
I don't know.
Like the way the feet are out to the side and shit. Oh, it's just so weird.
I could do that though, man.
Yeah, I know, but would you at night in the dark when you're a tiny kid?
I mean, if I was getting put up to like do a prank or something, I would.
And that leads us to this: if this is a kid, how old is this kid?
Oh,
because
younger
than 9. Because we looked at her 9-year-old, and by the way, lady, the scariest part of this whole thing is how we found out everything about your life. So
Yeah, you might want to set your Facebook to private before you
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's the most horrifying part of this is how quickly we found out everything about you.
Just to clear up the air, we literally typed in Google. We were trying to look up like more about the location that this happened at, and then we happened upon her Facebook because Google was just like, "Oh, this is what you want," and we're like, "Oh, I guess."
Might as well see how big the kid is since we're here.
Yeah.
But anyway,
just to clear it up,
this does not look like her 9-year-old.
no, it definitely does not look like her kid.
And this, whatever this is, if I'm basing 9-year-olds off of that, it must be quite a bit younger.
I mean, probably within the same, like, 1 or 2 grade ranges. Could be a girl. Could be a little girl.
Yeah. I would actually say little girl first.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just has a weird shape to it that I'm not used to. You know, like you're always used to little boys doing stupid shit.
It's true.
Little boys out in the yard with squirt guns and cap guns and shit. You know what they look like when they do stupid shit. But this has like a weird light on its foot kind of quality that just doesn't seem like a little boy. Because little boys like clop everywhere, you know.
And it's weird because it has audio, which is really really weird. And to me, it sounds like flip flops. Oh yeah, and you can even at go to 5 seconds as soon as it goes from 4 to 5, and then watch the left foot, and you'll see the flip flop sticking to the asphalt.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Something's going on there. Yeah.
Or I guess it's concrete, but regardless, when you step with the front of your foot, the ball of your foot, I guess is what it's called, forward with you have a flip flop. You know how the tang stays on the ground level and then it slaps back up on your foot when you move it. Yeah. I think that's the noise we're hearing, and you can clearly see there's something going on right there.
Yeah. I think this could be. I'm pretty sure it's a little child. I think it's probably a little girl with flip flops.
Yeah. With a shirt over on her hair. Like,
don't know why she looks like she doesn't have any clothes on besides the thing on her head.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Don't know why this is at 9 p.m.
Well, 9 isn't that late. If it was like at witching hour, if it was like at 3 in the morning, I'd be like, okay, what's a kid doing out that late? But 9 p.m.? Nah, that's really not that far-fetched for, some pranking going on at this age.
Right. But man, this is...
The more I watch the video, the more I get the impression there's like some sort of shorts being worn.
Okay.
But like, as for a shirt, it doesn't look like there's a shirt going on, and if it is, it might be like a tank top because there's clearly reflection off of the shoulders. Yeah. At like 9 seconds.
Well, if there's no shirt being worn, then that very well could be what's on the head.
It's possible. I don't know what little girl's going to be willing to go this far, like take her...
This thing looks so young, right?
Yeah.
This thing looks so young. I don't even think... kids, they're fucking stupid.
I mean, they are.
I just want my clothes off, and I want to wander around. Like, that's what they do. Like, kids go through those phases where they don't want anything to touch their bodies because they're fucking weird,
So you're saying like this is just a completely independent incident that just happened upon this house? Just some random kid like sleepwalking or just going through a phase, decided to up and leave the house for a minute, was like maybe playing outside and hey, it's time for bed, come inside. Oh, I ain't going to bed, Mom. I'm going to take my shirt off. I'm going to stroll around town. Flip flop, flip flop. You think that's what's going on?
I think, okay, so there's a 9-year-old boy that lives there, right?
Yeah.
Now, in the Inside Edition article report of this, they talked to a neighbor named Kelsey Eddy, who I also found you on Facebook, by the way, Kelsey.
People, put your crap on private, for God's sakes.
So, Kelsey didn't seem to me like somebody whose word I could really run with. But I bet if there's a little handsome 9-year-old boy there, like maybe a little girl would be hanging around from down the street.
Oh, possibly. Or maybe it's a school interest.
Yeah. Kids have groups that they play with or whatever. I think something could be going on like this. I don't know. That's the best explanation I could think of. As to why it's just so weird, I have no idea, dude. It's just so bizarre.
I don't know. I'm not getting the same level of creep as you are. Definitely.
I don't really get creep until it gets in front of the car, and then the wrists like lock in and the legs get real rubbery looking. That's when it just becomes so sick. It turns into frog. It turns into a frog, dude. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Hippity hoppity, I'm trespassing on your property.
But yeah, I think as a kid, we of course thought of the ideas of the usuals. Like, okay, is it CGI? I don't think it's CGI because I think anybody animating this would forget to put the reflection in the window in that you see on the left there.
Well, and
it passes at 7 seconds or so.
And even like on the car.
On the car too. The shadows pretty, like, okay, and the sound. Like, there's sound to this. There's never sound to this.
Right, there's never sound.
We've seen videos of Bigfoot eating cattle whole, and there's not been sound.
Yeah, I know, seriously, dude.
Yeah. So, like, pretty interesting. I do think as a kid, I just think it's very weird. I just think it's very, very weird.
Probably the weirdest thing to me about this whole video is right at the beginning. If you watch the right corner, there is definitely a reflection of like a door closing behind the kid. And I guess I was wrong. I guess this isn't necessarily a night camera. I see the reflection now. Let me correct myself. I see the reflection now off of the car, so there's some sort of like spotlight, I guess.
Well, this could be IR light.
Yeah, but would there be shadows like that, though?
Oh, yeah, because it's still light.
All right.
Yeah, it's just infrared light. Like, you still get shadows. Like, that light is still blocked out by the same things.
All right. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So, and just, I'm assuming this is some sort of hatchback car, and whatever this is definitely is not taller than it. We couldn't figure out what kind of car it was.
Somebody out there knows.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this thing is under 5 foot, so it's got to be like a child.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Insider edition where the mom is walking next to it, mom looks slightly taller than the car. So, it's like your standard like cars in the high 4 foot to 5.5 foot kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. It's just weird. Don't know why this would be going on like this. The chicken dance is very childlike, and then it turns into Alien Boy immediately after that. It's like, well, okay, what the hell? And we looked it up. We found the address and everything, which isn't hard to find. I'm not going to give it, but it's not hard to find. And there's a giant field across the yard, just like they say. Across the street, that is. And don't know if there's cattle there, but just beyond that, it is open wilderness. So that's weird in itself. I just wish that there was some more camera footage of like the 10 seconds of maybe this thing walking in, unless it came from around the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And the other explanation is this woman, Vivian Gomez, you're just a liar. You're just a flat out liar. And this is one of your son's friends, and you knew it.
Well, I mean, there's of course, the benefit of the doubt, plausible deniability. She may have not known at the time, and then all of a sudden the news shows up because it blows up on social media, and then afterwards, the kid's like, hey, that was actually, so-and-so down the road. I mean, what are you going to do? When everything's all in the spotlight, and it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
So, I don't want to be calling anybody a liar, but at the same time, it's like,
it's a possibility.
It is a possibility, because she's like, oh, I would never let, my son out at that time. Well, it's like, well, what if your son just went downstairs while you were asleep and did it on his own accord? Like,
yeah,
kids will do that.
Yeah, all kinds of things.
And she, the person questioned them like, oh, have you ever seen him dance around with his underwear on his head? And she's like, no, I haven't seen him do that yet. It's like, and that's after answering a question kind of hesitantly, like, yeah, he kind of likes to goof around. I mean, true, what kid doesn't like to goof around? But
Yeah.
The fact is, parents aren't always watching their kids 24/7. I did a lot of dumb, stupid stuff without my parents around or ever knowing what I was doing. A prank or like a goof like this could have easily been done. I think we can all kind of relate to a couple times, we snuck under the radar and went and did something. So,
Yeah.
It's not too unfathomable.
No, not at all. It's just, I know I didn't look this weird.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not.
Yeah?
I didn't either.
I didn't look this fucking bizarre. But I suppose everybody's a little different. And this brought back some bunny girl memories for Kendall and I. I won't go into that, but that was one of the worst nights of our life.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Oh. So, yeah, I'm calling it a child. But, hey, if there's an update to this and they find a dead alien body across the street, not surprised. Won't be surprised.
Wow, I finally made it to Earth. So many great Earth things to experience. Boy, this gravity sure is weird. And the oxygen makes my system feel kind of funny. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, last words. Uh-oh.
A fucking truck just hits it and knocks it into the ditch next to the road.
I mean, be wandering around at night like a fucking asshole.
I just love that. This whole thing reminded me of like when they find E.T. just like basically dead in a ditch.
Oh yeah, poor little shit.
He's sick. Nah, he dead, dude.
No, dude, he's beyond sick, bro.
Yo, he dead.
Man, worst Halloween ever, man.
For real.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's real sick, all right. He's that kind of sick you don't get back from. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's it on this one. I don't know what else.
Yeah, I think that's all we can say about it.
Yeah, we covered this super hardcore.
Looks like a kid.
See you guys.